Good morning, Ramon. Good morning, Team Steam. Happy Valentine's Day. Or I guess at the schools here, they call it Happy Friendship Day if you are under a certain age.
Oh,
That's what's going on around these parts in Iowa, Max Duggan country here in Council Bluffs.
I can't send little candy hearts to
You
little
can,
Timothy.
you can. No, they do exchange all of the stuff. They just don't call it Valentine's. I guess you have to be a friend when you're at a young age.
Well, even though I don't have a special someone, Mindy, Valentine's Day is special to me. My mom, my late mom, would have been 76 years
Oh
old
goodness.
today. We lost her in 2004, but it still is a special day for me to think about my mom. So I like Valentine's Day very much.
Nice.
So hopefully we can love some teams today and find some
Exactly.
winners. And we need some help in the NBA. Results really down in the last couple of shows. Other sports were fine. Hockey 2-0-1. We had some winners in college basketball as well as the team jumped all over Miami and won in convincing fashion
Right.
over North Carolina. I mean, that was a unanimous pick yesterday for Team Steam, no doubt about it. So, uh, other than that, NBA needs some help. You guys, let's pick it up if you can help us out, and just say hello to everyone here today, Mindy, as we get rolling with another day of morning steam. For Tuesday, we have NBA, college basketball, and hockey. And we'll say hello to everyone in the chat. Thanks for filing in for the show today. Say hello to who was first. Let's go to the comments. Waiting around while I was getting everything in here, and it was. Oh, it's Dave is first. He's ready to go with info. We're talking about the Celtics today, and interesting. Yeah, I saw a move right a few minutes before the show on Boston.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, maybe these guys. It seemed like they were going to be out. Still looks like out, but I don't know. Maybe Giannis. I mean, this is supposed to be such a big game. It's just too bad it's going to fall flat if we don't have the Celtics players in there. But it doesn't look like they are right now. And Ron was saying it was 7.5, and right now, or it was 7.5 or whatever, but now it's about 9. So it was supposed to be the big game. That kind of sucks. That we're because it was kind of talked about, but I think we saw kind of early those guys wouldn't be in there. So all right, Ziggy, hello, Dave, yeah, Daniel is here today. I don't know if Daniel's not loading, if we're not loading, but
I think he said he has trouble with his Wi-Fi every once in a while.
oh gosh.
That's what he said yesterday in the chat there.
Everyone should have free Wi-Fi. That's my pledge on my
Right.
platform. Uh, maybe I'll run. Maybe I'll run for office.
There you
I don't
go.
know what I would do other than try to get sports betting back in California. If sports betting ever gets to California, maybe I'll go back. I don't know. And Ziggy said, congratulating you. He wasn't here yesterday, Minnie, but on the Chiefs' victory. Evans fired it up already. Yeah. Greg's ready to roll. Evan here today. Oh, Evan's got Friendship Day.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I was unfamiliar with. I don't know why the youngsters at school can't call it Valentine's Day. I'm not sure.
Oh, thank
I'm
you,
sure
Greg.
the 8-year-olds aren't into dating yet, so should be okay.
Jeezy says, watch out. So, Celtics pacing themselves a little bit, maybe. Yeah, we had a tragedy yesterday. Don't know, Spartans weren't playing today. That was one of the things I did right away as I checked to see, because I figured that was a pretty serious one, shooting, obviously. And I was like, I checked to see if they played, because I was like, if they, this one seems like they would cancel a game. That's all I can say about it. So, yeah, Greg talked about the dogs coming in yesterday. Nobody. Yesterday, I remember somebody liked. I mean, I didn't give it out on the show, but I gave it out as a premium, and you guys were trying to make sure I was on the Hawks. I know that, even though we had a bad day in basketball and Team Steam, I know that somebody in here was on the Hornets spot yesterday. But NBA, actually, I feel bad because we had a bad day in NBA, and I went. I swept my 3-0 three pack, and then that Nuggets Heat ended up sneaking over on me, and I got a bad number, but I went 3-1 in NBA yesterday. So Daniel, hello, is here. Blake is here today. Ron, yep, and Twan Lee is here today as well. So hello to everybody. Latifa is here. Got a pretty big hockey card today for sure. Big hockey card. There's been some steam too on that hockey card. So Ron's ready to roll with that. You know what game we're doing first already. So JPZ's here today. I want to say hello to Keith Arway. I think maybe he's joined us before. And hello to Keith. If not, good to see you. Thanks for commenting. And Evan, everybody's ready for this game. Scotch is here as well. So Evan talking about the Rockets against the Sixers last night. Sixers ended up rolling. Had a premium with the Sixers last night. All right, I think we said hello to many in there, and let's go over to our website real quick, Mindy, before we get the show rolling. Tony'sPicks.com. Our best picks every day over at Tony's Picks. Got to get Team Steam up there, you guys. I feel bad we're not represented on the front page leaderboard right now. Tiffany was 7-2 yesterday. Tony T 4-1. Mindy, you were 6-4 yesterday.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that. Had quite a few winners. Missed a couple in college basketball. That's kind of, I think, where most of mine came in. Had the Coyotes on the puck line.
Okay.
So yeah, pretty good day yesterday.
I just had one premium. It was NHL in Team Steam. We went 2-0-1, and remember we had the Panthers and Wild under, and we had the Red Wings yesterday. We also had Coyotes Predators that finished right on 6. I believe that's what we had, and I I had a premium on Calgary. What happened? I mean, I know what happened. I was watching the game, but they somehow found a way to turn a 3-1 lead late into a 4.
Yeah, like what, 4 minutes or something like that. Wound up getting the 2 goals and then the one in overtime.
So I could only split my premiums yesterday. Again, I had another. I don't think it was a bad beat. It was a bad handicap. Should have got the right number as Denver and Miami snuck over the total. So, I was kind of bummed about that. But over the last 7 days, I'm on top of the handicapper leaderboards, almost 2,000 units. Mindy, for the last 30 days, you're on top. You and I are on top.
That's right.
It's a 30-day leaderboard right there. So we're sorry, Team Steam. That's on us.
Yeah.
That's on us right there. We're in the profit for the year, but last 30 days we're up 3,100 units between us. So we got to bring some of that magic here to the show with the help of the chat today. Is that not a good look? I mean, I'm not calling out the chat. I mean, we make the call.
I don't think they think that.
Okay. Well, we make the call, so it's on us in the end.
Right.
Hey, I want to say hello to Harley Morris.
Good morning, Harley.
Hey, Harley. Is that you? Good to see you. Good to see you, Harley. Hopefully you'll be a contributor. And Dave said Mindy talked about the Magic yesterday. That was a very popular play, Mindy. I did come in on the Madge late, just personally, but I was thinking Bulls when we were on the show. You know, I did give out the under in that game as a winner, but I was thinking, but as we approached game time and just Magic. You got me on the Magic too, probably.
Well, good. Well, good. Glad I'm convincing, Ramon.
Nathaniel's here today. And how about the
Oh,
Kings?
man, I tell you, on
I
fire.
couldn't believe it. I mean, and Phoenix Copley. I mean, this guy can't lose. All of a sudden, the Kings have a potent 1-2 goalie combination. Um, just terrific the way they're going right now. And I'm stunned that it's. I mean, if anything, I've been on the King. I know my Kings, so I'm going to be down on them if they were. But I was kind of on them early, and a lot of people in the chat were giving them a hard time, right?
Sometimes.
But I was on hot and cold on them too. So, but now to see what's going on right now, to me that really stands out as far as.
There it is. It's coming up, Ramon. You'll get it in a second. There it is. Funny.
These guys are hot right now. What are they saying? I'm looking at the handicapper leaderboard here. Yeah, there it is. It might be. They always are, but right now they're not. So, hey, and Bo's here today. Hi, Bo. Yep, and Dave, they were talking about. Well, I think we were on Fade the Bulls mode though yesterday, Dave, when we got the word down from Scotch. I thought so, but just to see, the Kings performing that way, wow, I was really happy again with another great performance. Where does it end for these Kings right now? I'm very pleased. Beat those Sabres up. A really dominating effort. Yeah. Okay. Mindy, what are you going to have today on the site, you think?
Well, so far I have marked down 2 plays in the NHL, and I'm going to have somewhere between 3 and 6 plays in college basketball. So just kind of depends where we run into, how these lines look by the time the show's done. And then I'll make my selections, Ramon. How about you?
Yeah, I'm feeling very good right now in college basketball. I feel, like I should have had a better day than just a 500 day for me. So, and I'm liking this NBA card as well. Hopefully in hockey, we get some together in Team Steam because that's where it clicked yesterday. So maybe that's where we'll come out on top. Evan's still talking about the Kings. And how about Adrian Kempe? Kempe had 5 consecutive goals for the Kings. I don't think that has ever been done.
All right.
He had 4 straight in the previous game. I didn't even mention that on the show yesterday. So, all right. Let's get ready and head on over. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all of our premium pick packages. Use the All Cappers tab. Find the handicapper of your choice and get signed up. Take a look at that handicapper rotate. And I'm on top still there on the little multi-profitable category leaderboard, whatever it is. So there we are, Mindy right there on top there as well, along with Sean and Joshua doing well. Tony yesterday, like I said, 4-1 for Tony. Good job. Tony, he coming through with a big day yesterday. He had winners on, let's see, Warriors. That bad job by me. I should listen to Tony there. I thought the Warriors would hang in there, and they were actually in it for the first quarter and a half, but then it was over. You had over and Lakers trail. Mindy, I want to apologize to you publicly yesterday.
Why?
I would not and ever. It is not my intent. I don't want to say my intention, but just to kind of spread videos out. I really never try to repeat anything that you've picked or go against you on another show or even what Tony picks sometimes. It's just inevitable, but I don't necessarily. I'll maybe I'll play if you're on something and I like the other side. Sometimes I'll just play it for money, and I don't want to be publicly against our team a little bit. That's just kind of a little gamesmanship I play with myself. And yesterday, you gave out on the show, and I'm not pointing out your loser on this one. But
Sure.
okay. But anyways, I'm serious. I'm serious. You picked the under in Lakers Blazers on the show. I would have picked a different play for the show, and I went over on game day picks yesterday. It was the winning side, but
Right. It's okay.
okay. I just I mean, we even sometimes we have the challenge. I mean, we know we have a challenge,
Right.
and I would normally do that. But I liked the Blazers yesterday. I gave out the Blazers on the show. It's funny, the ones that we Team Steam kind of agreed on, we lost, and then the ones I gave out, I had some other winners on the show, as well. That Utah Jazz, for example, and non-teams, picks on the video. All right. Well, let's
Yeah,
go.
no, it's fine because I've done that before too, right? You don't really mean, to do it. Sometimes just don't pay, close enough attention as well. So, yeah, but no, I appreciate that, Ramon. But no big deal on my end.
All right. Looks like we're getting caught up here. We'll get ready to roll. Tony also had a winner with Texas Tech. I had that one as a premium as well. That's never off limit. I could always go
Crazy
in
overtime there, huh?
yeah, because they were controlling it really for the most part. And then they also had Miami. We all had Miami. Everybody had Miami. So
Right.
all right, yeah, Greg last night. Ron's called it with LeBron, right? And and Tony was all over LeBron on some of the shows yesterday. And man, LeBron is he boy, he's partying it up and then takes the day off. He loves a good bottle of wine, a glass of wine at the game. Wonder what's going on with LeBron. Doesn't make much sense. That one. I mean, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, needing game here and there. I mean, he's 38 years old.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Evan, that was just it. I mean, that was the bad call. Not Kuzma is a big, big factor right now, and that we always say it's baked in, but baked in doesn't mean it's still going to be right. The Wizards just fell apart; they were never in it. So yeah, they're good buddies. Yeah, Ron, that's what it was. You know what? I talked about it on Game Day Pick yesterday. There was a video leaked of LeBron at shoot around, so
Yeah.
it looked
So
like he was going to play.
right.
But yeah, all right. Let's get ready. Let's go to the show. Get the show started with picks. That's what we're here for, and we need some help in the NBA. So let's roll.
Right.
Let's roll. Oh man, help! Well, it is the Celtics and the Bucks. So there has been a line move. It's down to 9. The total is 226. Again, no indication that Brown and Tatum are going to play, but the steam just came in on the Celtics a short time ago. I don't. Maybe one of the Bucks players might be taking, maybe Middleton doesn't play, or so he's been one that has rested a little bit since he's come back, but no indication of him on the injured list. In fact, Robert Williams for the Celtics is questionable. Was talked about in the chat. Everybody out, right? Marcus Smart's still out. Brogdon, though, is probable. They're going to need him, but for the Bucks, Giannis is out. Middleton is listed as probable. Connaughton, probable. Still no Jake Crowder yet, but we'll see. But Mindy, so we're kind of bummed about this one. Not
Yeah, so I'll give you my my best guess. I'm gonna go
shaky.
Celtics. I'm gonna take them here on the plus side of things, and I hope that they can keep it close. I think it's going to be an interesting game to watch to see how a lot of these bench players will do today. I really don't know what to do on the on the side. I have it coming out like about even with those starters in. And now that it's not, I don't really know. So I am going to go ahead and take the Celtics today. They do play well versus Milwaukee over time. So.
Well, the send out line with the players in was about 4. No need to speculate, which way you might have gone had they been in there. Is it more the spot for you, Mindy, as far as still on the cell that the adjustment is just too much? The Celtics are still a quality club. Maybe the Bucks can dial it back a little bit.
Well, I mean, because the whole thing is with all the starters, and I have this one about even. It's like literally, I wrote it down, came out to like a 0.86. Like that's how close of a game I feel that this one is. And so now, taking into consideration who's in, who's out, I still kind of go ahead and give the lean here to the Celtics and the plus points. I also just don't like anything once it gets up to 10. I know we have these 10-point games all the time. Sometimes teams win by 20. I still think for the NBA with the parity, these guys being professionals, that they should be able to keep these games close, no matter the personnel. I mean, I know that there's, the stars are much better than a lot of the bench players. But when you have the time and you're able to put in, I just seem to think that it's just going to be too much today.
Well, I'll take the under in this one. It looks like under is a pretty popular play in the chat as well. So, again, yep, that's the issue. No Tatum, no Brown. So, I don't know if that means no blowout, meaning like the TV gods make it so that it'll still stay close. Dave wants the Bucks in his parlay. Daniel Trushell says, don't forget about one of the hottest players in the NBA right now. So definitely been a breakthrough for White. We've seen actually some signs of some big performances from White, but now it really looks just what the Celtics need. More good players. I mean that affectionately because they're really, I mean, right now these two teams just bummed about tonight's game. Top of the card, we get to lead it off, and we get that news that it's not going to be happening. It's not going down like we wanted it to go down. So, all right, Mindy, you take the Celtics plus
all right,
double digits. I get it. Okay, I just want to. I mean, to me, I love the Bucks at -4 I'm not talking about right now because of that. I'm not being flippant about it. I mean, if the Celtics top players were in there and it was -4, so obviously you wouldn't because you thought you had it at a pick 'em or so.
Pretty much, yeah. So I probably still would have took the plus points.
No matter what, yeah. Okay. Scotch says maybe Giannis sits and maybe, like I said, maybe there's something to that line move that just happened. I mean, it definitely happened. Everybody saw it. They were talking about it in the chat before we even got in here, or in the Discord. Let's pop up the Discord also if there's any new viewers out there, and take this opportunity just to do it real quick before we move on to the next game. Join us in the Discord where we were already talking about that line movement before the show started because someone had mentioned the line was on the move, and I got the steam words. So someone even, was on that move before. Might have been TJ or Scott, somebody in the chat, and we saw that. So, thanks, Ziggy. It's great to have you always your contributions. So, Daniel with a prop here, a race to 25. So we were already talking about it, and we'll see. It's a game where there's obviously going to be more information, I think, coming out. I'm just not sure of that line move there. So, all right, Mindy, 9 points I'll have to do, I guess. All right, bummed we can't talk about what might be, but it will be. We'll probably talking about those teams at the finish this season. Magic and Raptors. The Raptors -7 here, and the total 221.5.
Well, I wanted to take the under when I saw this line earlier at about 224. So
Cool.
I've lost, a 3-point basket here. But I'm going to go under the total. Under is 5-0, Magic's last five overall. Under 4-1 the last five between these two teams here as well. So it just kind of stinks that, everyone else is on the under at the same time.
Well, I agree with you, Minnie. That number was pretty attractive, that 224.5 even that I saw. And I still like the under in this game with you. And I think there was even one opener at 225. So we're on it. We
All
got it.
right.
We're nothing we can do. I do like it under, mostly on the lot of steam just coming in all morning long on the total in this game. So I think I could get on this with you here. It looks like Magic is going to be a pretty popular play, despite Nathaniel representing with Toronto here. But Ron likes to cover here. Ziggy likes to cover as well. Butterscotch, no chance laying points with the Raptors. He likes the Magic. Raptors just feel uncomfortable laying points right now. It just seems like every time they can't. They can barely make leads. When they make leads, they can't hold leads. It seems like so, but I do respect Nathaniel in there because the bookmaker's holding true to this number a little bit. So Evan really likes the Magic, and not much. I don't think on the injury front here. Pat Bev, questionable for the game to make his Magic debut. And for the Raptors, Achua, questionable. Trent, questionable. And I think I'm on the side that they're not going to be in there. OG's been out now for a while, and that's also hurting Toronto a bit. So, our Orlando team, can they get something together? And let's see, Magic calling it. They know how to get the money. That's why I like the Magic so much. I mean, but we're on the under in this one, Mindy. I think the Sharps have it right here, and Evan just loves them. Oh, wait a minute, he doesn't. He says, "Well, maybe they will show out." Stick with it. Stick with it, Evan. I think you got it right. I think you had it right in the beginning. Yeah, maybe you know what there are some teams, right, that like I don't know if I liked Pat Bev on the late, but maybe for a team like the Magic, it might be a better situation. Someone like that on the team, just show them the way a little bit. All right, we're on the under that one premium consensus. Here's the Kings and the Suns. The Suns are favored by 3, and the total here is 233.5.
I think I'm going to take the Kings here on the road. 4-0 against the spread the last 4 in Phoenix here. Both teams 3-1 over the last 4, but the Kings are just scoring a ton more points right now. I'll be taking them here with the plus points.
Well, the Kings definitely took the money from the Sharps, it looks like early on. I saw some steam come in on the Kings in this one, and on the under as well. I really like this under. I don't know if I'm sold on the Kings in this matchup. I want to be, and again, Mindy, maybe I'm just a little gun shy with our picks and our agreements. Yeah. So doubles is here today. Thank you. And here comes some picks on the game with Ron coming in on the Kings. Nathaniel and I, we're on the same page here. I'll give it out on the show. I thought this is a premium for me, I think, with the under in this game. These teams, you think maybe, they can tempo it up a little bit. We know how Phoenix can be kind of controlled sometimes, though, right now. But I agree with Nathaniel there. And TJ's on the Kings, Butterscotch is on the Kings here as well. And they like your call on this one, Mindy. I feel like maybe I should, because like I like the steam that came in. I just don't necessarily have it as an overwhelming spot for the Kings. I definitely want to give Phoenix a shot here. I mean, they do, get some numbers at home occasionally, but I think more so for me, I do like the under strong, mostly Sacramento 9-18 to the under on the road this season, and Phoenix 15-19 to the under as a favorite. I'll take the under. Mindy's on the Kings here plus the points, and I will be on the under. Ricky Blanks is here. He likes the over in this game. Nathan wondering about Blake on the under here. Heaven says these Kings are not frauds. And Ziggy says lean Kings, and he's a Suns fan. So there you have that angle we're looking for sometimes. Asking about Durant's availability, and again, it's the same. We just don't know at this point. Could be through the All-Star break at this time for KD. So Suns have injuries. That's another issue with Shamet out. But it looks like all their new acquisitions will be in there today. The much-traveled Terrence Ross, Baisley, and TJ Warren, all acquired, ready to get in that lineup. So Kings definitely, they could take advantage maybe of these personnel issues a little bit, just new players. So Jeffrey's here today. Scotch points out Phoenix is, and again, maybe, I don't know. I think, getting KD, maybe this is the downfall. Get, KD again, because look what happened look at Dallas all of a sudden last night. Another day with the two guys on the court, another bad performance. What do you know, right? Kyrie. He did have his career high most points in the fourth quarter yesterday. He was on fire. But is that out of desperation, out of selfishness? I thought, they have some other guys on Dallas. They have one other guy on Dallas. We needed Kyrie to score all those points in the fourth quarter. So Nathaniel, his best bet is coming in this game today, in the Phoenix game. So TJ on the Kings here. Any more? All right. TJ says Sacks a good team. We know, yep. Sacks, I don't think they're a phony. I just don't know if they can, we're not putting Denver in the category of the Celtics and Bucks. Denver looks vulnerable as a top seed. Any of those teams in the West, and that's the talk right now. So, all right, Mindy's on the Kings here. I'm on the under in that one.
That's good.
Okay.
Two good points.
We've got the Warriors and the Clippers here. It's always an issue to see what's going on with the Clippers, but when you see the line at 8.5, the Warriors yesterday played at home, got it done, crushed the Wizards. Actually, Wizards almost got the money late. They got within 4 points, and then the Warriors ended up pulling away a little more and getting that money against the Wizards. So here's Ron. Mindy is on the Clippers, and TJ's on the Clippers. What do you got?
Well, I only have the Clippers here winning by 6. So I'm going to be taking the Warriors plus 8.5 here today. Both teams are 1-2 in the last 3 here. Warriors finally scoring some points, up to about 120 on their rolling average. Clippers 111. I think the Warriors are 3-1-1 against the spread in the last 5 here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Warriors and the plus points.
Okay, understandable. It is a lot of points. It may be reflecting also in that line with Klay Thompson status for this game. It may be a rest game for Klay. To the Clippers still, they feel like crummy favorites to a certain extent. Really a big contrast here, right, between the pace or as far as over/under is concerned with these two teams. You have, of course, the Clippers. We've won with them. I'm talking about the total because they are 5-22 now to the under at home. It just doesn't. It's the
I
gift
know.
that keeps on giving right now. But the Warriors are 21-6 to the over on the road. What do you think would happen in something like that? So, Nathaniel on Clippers, they're all against you here.
Pretty much.
Like Ziggy loves the Clippers. Scotch says though, and that's the way I kind of feel too. I mean, I don't like to lay too many points with the Clippers. Ron feels like Clay will indeed be out for rest. I do feel like that will be the case as well. Scotch is on your side though. And Ron says Clippers to win, but Warriors to get the money. Nathan, where were you? Were you here yesterday? We were going crazy in here for Miami. I mean,
Right.
it didn't take Mindy and I to figure out that game. The chat was all over it. I mean, they were calling Miami before we even got to the preview of the game.
Right.
They were calling the game like they had this morning's paper. All right, Scotch is going to buy points with the Warriors here, 10.5. So 10.5, that'll probably be about $1.60 or probably $1.70, I would think. TJ says, just what I do, kind of like what I'm into. It's a clause in. I'm probably more on the Clippers, but I'll take the under more likely when it comes. So that's how I'm going to look at it. So let's see how I'm not saying me. Does anybody else like the total? No one said anything about the total in this game. I'm going to. So the way I'm seeing the game, right? We have, like I said, the Clippers, massive under at home. Warriors, massive over on the road. I'm taking the under in the game. And if Kawhi Leonard is somehow out of this game, forget everything I said. But with Kawhi, I know I got to stick with it. I mean, I can't.
Right.
Blake says Clippers first half. TJ points out the back-to-back yesterday. I thought the Warriors had to work pretty hard to a certain extent in that game. Remember, the Wizards led early for the first quarter and a half. The Wizards were looking good. I thought I was on the right side there for a little bit. But I wasn't so crazy as to think that once the Warriors started to extend that lead early in the third to start to get near and pull away from the spread, I was like, well, you know what, this is – and sure enough, the Warriors ended up with a double-digit lead for quite a while. So PG and Kawhi, they're not on the injury report today, so that's how I feel. And Scott says Clippers always go under at home, but Warriors always go over on the road. I'm doing it though, Scotch. I'm going under. Mindy is going on the Warriors here. All right, Mindy, one more in the NBA with the Wizards and the Trailblazers. I think someone's already been commenting on the Wizards a couple of times, wanting to make sure that we know he was on the Wizards.
Yeah, I'm with Ron Hahn. I'm going to take the Wizards here today. 6-1 against the spread in the last 7 here versus a team with a losing record. Wizards 8-3 against the spread in the last 11 here overall. Going to take the Wizards plus points.
Okay, and again, here we go with the Kuzma issues, but I'm going to do it with Mindy. I'm going to try. This isn't the Warriors. This is the Blazers. I know I guess if you look at the records of the two teams, the Warriors and the Blazers are similar teams, and Wizards are on the back-to-back. I'm going to come in on the Blazers are right, and remember if anything, right, the Wizards had less travel than the Blazers.
Right.
Blazers were the Blazers were home. I kept getting confused on that. When I saw Wizards Blazers, I'm like, oh, another one of those back-to-back same city game. But the Wizards were at the Warriors, of course, and now they're at the Blazers. Wizards at the Blazers, yeah. So, But the Blazers back to back, of course, both on the back to back. Take the under, says Butterscotch. Payback for the Wizards here, and don't forget Portland has a few players out, says Ron as well. So yeah, you have the Kuzma situation. Jeremy Grant though questionable with a concussion issue. Nurkic still out as well. So all right, Mindy, but I'll take the Wizards here with you. Like I said, lost. Wizards have more. No, the Blazers are. Wizards have more trouble. Thanks, Ziggy. Right. Dave says Blazers do play well at home. Yeah, going against my again. We lost yesterday with the Wizards, Mindy. We'll try them again today.
Right.
All right.
Here we go. Get our consensus in. Two plays.
Well, that I guess maybe my confidence is lacking just because we had a rough day of NBA. The other sports were pretty good. So let's go to college basketball, and a pretty nice schedule today of games. We'll start off with North Carolina State and Syracuse. This one figures to be pretty close. Syracuse, it's a pick 'em right now. Let's see. Yep. Pick 'em. I'm starting to see Syracuse, starting to see a 1 out there. So maybe the action's on Syracuse a little bit. Total 148.5.
Yeah, I mean, because the Orange are playing really well right now as of late. They're 5-1 in the last 6 here. But I'm going to look towards which at the time was the underdog, right? So I was going to take a look here at North Carolina State. In this matchup, the underdog here, 4-1 in the last 5 games. And based on that rolling average, they kind of have the edge here on points. So yeah, I have them winning by 1. Also the better defensive team here as well. I'm going to take NC State.
All right, so part of the chat's on Syracuse here a little bit, right? Yeah. I don't know. The trends would kind of point to Syracuse for me, but the action seems to point to North Carolina State. So, man, maybe I need to just take a little bit longer look at it later on. I'm not sure I would want to do the side one way or the other. Syracuse has been a little bit hotter for sure. They've only failed to cover in 2 of their last 10 games. So they're also 8-5 against the spread at home. TJ, those with you in this one. Looks like he likes NC State here. And I'm going to end up I'll roll with the total, I think, in this one, Mindy. I think I'll take it over. There's been a little bit of action on the under, but I prefer the over in this one with Syracuse at home. Here's Syracuse for Butterscotch. Syracuse 15-10 to the over this season, including 11-5 to the over as a favorite. All right. So Mindy's on NC State. I'm on the over in this one. Blake leaning over, it sounds like. Illinois and Penn State. Illinois on the road here. They're down to 3. There is still some 3.5s. The total is 141.5.
I kind of feel like Illinois has been kind of quietly winning, or at least that's kind of how it seems to me. I'm not hearing a lot about them here as of late, but they are 9-1 against the spread in their last 10 here on the road. Penn State 5-5 against the spread on the road. Also, 4-1 head-to-head in this matchup is the road team. I'll be taking Illinois here, -3.
Yeah, not only winning, but covering big time right now. What can you say about Illinois? They're just doing a terrific job getting numbers. 9-1 against the spread in the last 10 games. Got to like Illinois here, it feels like to me. Penn State, if anything, they've been a decent cover, but of late they've kind of flatlined a little bit. And underdog is not their best role. Meanwhile, Illinois, they're favored quite a bit, and they're 12-7 against the spread as a favorite. Scott says they're covering machines. So, well, let's do it, Mindy. I think we've got to take Illinois here. I think that's the right call. They are the covering. They're 15-8 against the spread, but right now in conference play, Illinois not only winning but covering as well. Penn State not winning in this role. I talked about 4-5 record as an underdog against the spread, but they've won just 1 out of 9 games as an underdog this season. So this is a pretty small spread. Granted, they could still get the money, but 3, you almost got to win the game. TJ says not betting Illinois. Maybe it's a lean. So, all right, we're on Illinois.
All right,
Premium.
consensus play number 3.
Don't forget to check out Tony's videos today here on the Tony'sPicks.com YouTube channel. He previewed 10 college basketball games today, so make sure you check out our YouTube channel further and look at all the picks from Tony today as well. He's got a bunch of previews. Of course, he's got his NBA video. Look for his new thumbnail. And Ben also today has picks, so check out his videos as well today. He's got 4 games that he looked at in the NBA, so check out Ben's videos as well today.
Cool.
LJ's here today. Good to see LJ. And Butterscotch says, don't bet on Penn State. That's all. Necessarily takes.
I mean, his team is Illinois. Come on. Can't bet on Penn State.
Missouri and Auburn. Auburn is 6.5, and the total 151.
Yeah, so Missouri 4-3 on the road. Auburn 5-8 at home. I just think that this is just too many points today for Auburn. I'm taking Missouri here. Auburn is 5-2 in their last 7 home games. Missouri is better offensively, but Auburn, they play pretty good defense here. I have Auburn winning this game, but I don't have them covering the -6.5.
Okay, so Mindy will be on Missouri here against Auburn today on the road, getting those points. It's been Missouri, a little bit better of a cover team certainly right now. And let's see here. Latifa has a play on this one. She's got 2 college plays so far today.
Nice.
Butterscotch also on Missouri with Mindy today. Well, the trends definitely, I think the trends favor Missouri. I was concerned the action seemed to pace Auburn a little bit here. I'm going to end up on the over in this game. You got Auburn 7-3 to the over in their last 10. They're 13-8 to the over as a favorite. A pretty big number at 151. I guess I can't do a premium here. I'm going to go over with Missouri and Auburn. And Mindy is going to be taking Missouri in this one. So, all right. Oh, my little Padres feed
What?
coming up. It looks like a move maybe for the Padres. Maybe they're going to sign another player. Michael Waka might be joining the Padres here, it looks like.
Cool.
Yeah, we're making moves. Okay.
Making moves.
Maybe this will be the year. All right, Mindy. This one's going to be – I want to hear what you have to say about this one. It's, one of your favorite teams against one of your other favorite teams. One of your favorite local teams against one of your favorite teams to bet on.
Right. Well, and that's the thing. This one's really tough, right? Because I feel like Creighton has been playing, better as of late. So – was on UConn, though. They wound up covering, even though Creighton got the win. I think those are perfect scenarios for me. People always get mad at me around here because I'm, rooting. I'm not rooting against Creighton. I'm just rooting for Creighton to not win by, too much. But this one here, it scares me a lot. I'm going to take Providence only because Creighton's just not very good on the road at all. They're 3-4. Underdog is 4-1 head-to-head here in this matchup. Gonna take Providence at home today, +2. If Creighton wins by 1, perfect. But I'm not so sure they're going to get the win here today.
Okay, well, we've got Latifa, we've got Scotch on Providence. I've got to like Providence. I mean, I'm still going to roll with Providence. Um, Maybe this is an okay spot for Creighton as a slight road dog, but Providence is still 8-4. You mentioned their good numbers, 8-4-1 against the spread at home, 15-8-1 against the spread overall. Providence getting points at home just seems like a good situation. Uh,
Okay.
Premium consensus here. Let's take Providence in this one. I think they'll be able to limit Creighton a little bit defensively. I think that's the way I would look. So, all right, Providence for us.
Number
Yeah,
4, consensus club.
TJ on it. TJ's on it as well. So it's a chat consensus here for sure.
Jeffrey Linton is on it. Making his
All
way
right.
to Vegas soon, right? And was all over the over total in the Super Bowl, I believe. Good work.
Okay, Mindy, Kansas State and Oklahoma in this one. It is Kansas State is a favorite by 1 point. Total 141.5.
Yeah, K-State 6-4 against the spread in the last 10. Oklahoma pretty woeful at home, 2-7-1 in their last 10. Underdog is 11-4 though in the last 16. But Oklahoma is 0-4 in their last 4 overall. I'm going to take Kansas State here today, Ramon. I think they can get it done here, -1.
All right, Mindy on K-State here. Yeah, they should. I mean, you figure K-State, they've been good to us, no doubt about it. And they're now the favorite where that's their best role, right? 11-4 against the spread as a favorite. And they are the 1 point favorite officially now. And Oklahoma does not get numbers as well of late, just 3-7 against the spread in their last 10. Here's Butterscotch on Kansas State. Hello to Thomas Lewis today.
Thomas Lewis is my brother-in-law, which is funny. But I don't think it's this Thomas Lewis. I can't tell, though.
Looks like a Rangers jersey. I don't Ranger. That's not a Royals
It was
jersey.
like Diamondbacks, but I can't really see.
Okay.
The Tom Lewis I know is in Nevada.
All right, so Bindy's going to take Kansas State here. Like I said, I mean, it really seems to favor them. They're 19-6. Remember, Oklahoma, it's been a disappointing year, just 12-13 right now, and this number seems achievable. The actions kind of come in on Oklahoma a little bit, so I'm worried about that. I'll end up. I'm going to go with the under here. Trends do kind of say over with these two teams, but I don't know now at 141.5. I've got to go under. It's Kansas State that's 5-10 to the under as a favorite, and Oklahoma plays a little bit more lower scoring at home. I'm going to go under with Kansas State and Oklahoma. Jeffrey feels like Oklahoma's got a shot here in this one. All right, just flip the graphic around a little bit and go with Kansas and Oklahoma State. That's what I did. I tried to do copy and paste, and I ended up.
Did you really?
Okay, let me fix it. Kansas and Oklahoma. How did I not get it right? It's only so hard. Now it's Kansas and Oklahoma State. The other was Kansas State and Oklahoma. So, okay, what do you got here, Mindy? Kansas at Oklahoma State. Kansas a 2-point favorite on the road. Gallagher Iba 140.
Well, it's one of those, throughout the season, I've been trying to get on Kansas. I think I found, a couple spots with them, but not today. I just think that it's going to be too much here. Kansas here on the road, just not very good. 4-6 in their last 10. Oklahoma State 9-4 at home. If you look, 11-2 overall at home. That's pretty impressive here. Home team's also 8-3 against the spread in the last 11 meetings here between these two. And Oklahoma State is 5th in defensive efficiency. I'll be taking Oklahoma State today.
Yeah, not here, not now. Oklahoma State's not a great underdog, but still 9-4 against the spread in those 13 home games. So uh, I definitely like that. Kansas is just 8-12 against the spread as a favorite. I've got to be on Oklahoma State here. They should win this game. We can take the points, Mindy, if you want, but I think they can win
I
this
always
game.
take the points. Come
I
on.
know we're going to take it just to be sure.
I'm always this. I'm the safe better. You should know that about me by now. I'm
Butterscotch and
afraid.
Latifa, they
I know they want the money line.
well, they're just right in lockstep with one another on these college basketball games, and we've gone, I think, with them a couple times here for sure. Of course, we're going to go with them, but I mean, uh, they're just like boom, boom. So let's take Oklahoma State here and TJ too. So we're like the five, the Fab Five.
Amigos.
The Fab Five right now that we're just on the same game here. So we better win these.
Uh-oh, upset alert. Upset alert.
Well, but it's on Oklahoma State.
I know, right?
Not like the other game where and 2 point isn't really a big upset. I
I
don't know
know.
about that, but still they are the underdog and uh, like I said, Oklahoma State not a great underdog, but I think here against Kansas, those days of Kansas winning every year are long gone. Let's take Oklahoma State.
Sounds good.
All right. Did we have to go back over these couple?
There's a couple. Looks like Wisconsin and Michigan, perhaps. Maybe Toledo is kind of what I saw in the chat. So let me know which one you want to do first.
Well, let's go. We got Toledo's up first on the time. So
Okay.
Miami of Ohio on the road. I mean, Toledo's a big favorite here. Toledo in this one is -16, Mindy, and the total is 157. Miami of Ohio and Toledo.
Yeah, it's one of these like these games are a little bit tough for me, right? I don't like to play these big, spreads here. I have Toledo winning by 13.26 points. So it's one of those, like it's really close. I mean, I would probably tip towards Toledo here in this case, even though they don't quite cover. But I just think they're just way better. Their offensive efficiency is way better. Tempo is way better. Defensive efficiency better. I mean, they're better across the board, right? Field goal percentage, they win that by 3 point percentage. They win that one by 5. I mean, I just think they'll probably be able to go ahead and cover that, even though I don't have, the total. I have it at 13. I would be taking Toledo here, -16.
All right, Mindy takes Toledo, laying those points. It falls out of her realm, but she just figures that, I'm not saying ignore the numbers a little bit, but the eye test, you got them double digits. They're the team that, Toledo not only are, having a great year, strong year, but they cover spreads too, and they're favored quite a bit in those games. So right now, let's see, 8-3 against the spread at home, 12-8 against the spread as a favorite. Yeah, it is tough. That's a way I would lean, but I won't stick us with a double-digit spread here. I'll give it a lean with Mindy. I think Toledo can definitely get there. My window pretty large though on that one. Mindy had mentioned the 13. I also have a 13, but all the way up to 19. So pretty big window when you're talking about a big favorite there. And
Yeah.
I will take the over though in this one. Looks like maybe it was as high as 159 and has gone down to a certain but it got hit again at 155 to get it back up to 157 and I'm gonna go over. I mean, Toledo's 16-8 to the over. They have gone under quite a bit of late, but as a favorite, they are 13-7 to the over and 8-3 to the over at home. So I'm gonna go over the big number and expect Toledo to really put a big number up there. Yep. All right. So another one was mentioned here, and I'm just seeing some action right now. So let me cover this one here with it, Mindy, because there is a steam move coming in right now in this game, and the
Okay, we'll
game
take
that you mentioned between Michigan and
okay.
Wisconsin. Wisconsin right now at home -1, and let's see, the total was 131, but it looks to me like right now there is action coming in on the over in this game. In fact, right now I'm showing the total at oh 133 at a book that you can bet on from the US offshore. And so we're seeing a dramatic move right now as we speak to the over.
Okay. I don't mind that play here at all, actually, but I'm going to go ahead and take a look at Michigan. I will take them today. Last three, if I take a look at some of their rolling averages, they're by far outperforming where they are throughout the year. They're sitting at about 77 points in their last three defensively, giving up only 67, while Wisconsin only averaging about 64 points a game here on offense. I'm going to go ahead and take Michigan today.
Okay, TJ's with you on this one. Take Michigan. I think we can only get a point here, though. I think we've seen the move come in. I'm going to agree with you, Mindy. Two teams that really maybe could use a little bit of an overhaul, but maybe Michigan playing, less confident. More confidently than Wisconsin. Wisconsin's only covered 2 of their last 8. They're also 4-8 against the spread as a favorite. So Michigan's not really great at covering spreads, but I'll take them to win this game. Caution. Wisconsin at home certainly, but feels like Michigan's the right side here to me, and I'm going to take Michigan with you here in our impromptu. Evans on Michigan here. Okay, we could do it. We'll take Michigan on the
And then
road.
maybe Notre Dame, Duke,
Okay, gotcha. Sure.
TJ's request.
Okay. Notre Dame and Duke. Notre Dame on the road, favoring this one. And I'm showing Duke favored, of course. Duke is favored by 12 points, and the total 141.
Well, I have it right at 12. I think I'll go ahead and take Duke. I think Notre Dame hasn't really been playing, too well at all. And if I take a look at it with the defense here and Duke, I think they should be able to handle Notre Dame in the big spread here. Taking Duke -12.
Okay, Mindy on Duke. I don't necessarily know if I see it. Duke ability to get a number that big, but Butterscotch does agree with you here. He likes Duke in this one. Boy, I don't know. For me, I think I favor the under here. Looks like that's where the action's coming in. There's not too much trend wise with these two teams in this role. Latifa, though, wants Duke. Here's the Butterscotch and Latifa combo coming in on Duke. And the TJ comes in right after that. It's the Scotch, Latifa, and TJ triplets. And they're on Duke in this one. I don't know. I don't know if I trust Duke to get doubles here, even against Notre Dame right now. So I'm going to go with the under in this one with Notre Dame and Duke. Just kind of tailing the market action here. Curtis likes the under in this one. So Evan doesn't necessarily trust Duke in the role.
Yeah, I don't mind the under as well.
So Thurman joining us with his picks today. Kent State, Akron, Rutgers, and St. John's.
Rutgers over those Huskers. Don't really blame you there.
So if anything, maybe the lean there to Notre Dame for me. I don't know. But Scott said you can't trust them. No, you're right. I mean, they're 2-6 against spread on the road. No, Duke doesn't get many numbers, but they are 7-6 ATS at home. They are 8-2. They are 2-8 in the last 10 though. Not confident on them to get doubles here. Also, I'm gonna take the under with Notre Dame and Duke. Mindy's on Duke here. All right. All right, we got plenty of hockey to look at if you're ready.
I think I'm ready. I think Latifah's ready. I think Scotch is ready. I think all the folks are ready.
Can't we just pick it up in every sport at the same time? Couple more plays on the Duke game there. And just want to report also some steam coming in right now on Missouri and Auburn. We talked about that game, Mindy, right?
Yes, we did.
I said I like the over, and here comes the steam on the under right now in Missouri and Auburn. They heard I was on the over, and they said, let's fade Ramon, let's go and steam it right now. And that action coming in, Missouri and Auburn, no doubt about it, coming in on the under right now.
What is the Frederickshaven Whitehawks? Is that soccer?
Oh, I don't know, but
I don't know.
It sounds like some. That's even out of my realms.
What? I thought you knew everything.
Okay. Well, maybe I should know. Let's see here. Let's start off with the Blackhawks and the Canadians here in this one. And hey, the Canadians found someone they can be favored against. And favored considerably. They're $1.40 here. Total 6 over 20 or so. It looks like the total is going up a little bit here with these two.
Yeah, it's one of those, like, I kind of like the Blackhawks in this spot, but I don't want to really take them all at the same time. So that makes me kind of want to go ahead and just stay away from that. I'm going to look at the total, because the Canadians, they have won their last two, putting up 5 goals over that time frame. The over 4, 1-0 in the Canadians' last 5. Blackhawks, though, last 10 games, the over is 8-2, especially on a couple days rest. I'm going to take over 6 here today.
All right, Mindy goes with the over in Blackhawks and Canadians. That's the way I was kind of leaning in this game, but I don't know if I can just quite get there. I'm going to take Montreal in this favorite role.
Oh, you like them, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I can't pass them here. I gave up. I gave the Blackhawks a little bit
of a try.
Latifah's on the over. TJ's on Latifa over, I think. I don't know. Yeah. No, Evan, I think we could take – I think the Blackhawks have already shown that they've fallen apart again. So I'm on the Canadians here as a favorite. Latifa, Montreal in regulation to get even a better price. And next up, the Hurricanes on the road here are favorite against the Capitals. The Hurricanes are $1.65, 6 under 20.
Yeah, I feel like I still got to stick with the Hurricanes here right now. 4-1 over the last 5, putting up 4 goals a game. They've been really consistent here as of late. Capitals, not too bad either themselves. They're ahead of the game over the last 5, 3-2, but only scoring 2 goals a game. Hurricanes here, 15-2 in the last 17. Hurricanes 4-0 in their last 4 road games. I'll take them, even though they're a little bit high, -165.
Hello to Gerardo. Good to see you as always. Here's Latifa on Carolina, TJ on the Canes as well. Evan says the Rangers beat the Hurricanes. Can we trust them? I do. I like the Hurricanes here. I know we're laying a little bit of a price even at $1.65, but I want to be on the Hurricanes here in this one, Mindy. I'll take them with you for sure in this role on the road. Could be a low scoring game. I'm going to take Carolina in this one. Devils and the Blue Jackets. Devils a $2 favorite here, 6.5 under 20.
Well, I kind of like the Devils, but again, they're kind of priced way too high for me here today. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the under here in this one. Devils putting up 3.5 goals over their last 4. Blue Jackets 2, on the other hand, under 6-0-1 in the Devils' last 7. And 11-4-1. Blue Jackets last 16 when their opponent scores 2 goals or less in the previous. I'm going to go ahead and take the under.
All right, Mindy's on the under in this one with the Devils and the Blue Jackets. I don't know. Good number to be on the under, 6.5. I kind of was thinking over even with these two teams. But hello to Damon, my buddy there, chiming in. Good to see you, my friend. Latifa is going to be on the Devils
Right.
and the under in this one with you. Boy, you guys like that under, huh? I'm feeling the over. I'm going to be with Butterscotch here. I'm going to lay the 1.5 in this one. So also Jeffrey's on the puck line today as well. So I'll be laying the 1.5 with the Devils on the road. I can't lay $2, so I'll lay this puck line. It's plus money, Mindy. Actually,
Really cool.
Plus $1.20 or so. So I think that's something that I can get behind. Considering you look at New Jersey, they're not a great puck line favorite here, but man, they're good on the road. And for some reason, Columbus is falling apart again. So TJ's on it with me, and Jeffrey and Latifa both
claiming the Devils.
Yeah. Evan wants to go over in this one. All right, Mindy, how about Ottawa on the road taking on the Islanders? The Islanders are $1.75 now. This one going up a little bit on the Islanders. Total 6 over 15.
Yeah, I'm going to go over the 6 here, Ramon. Islanders and Senators scoring 4 goals a game each over their last 3 games here. Over 4-1 in the Senators' last 5. Over 4-1 in the Islanders' last 5, playing on rest as well. Going over 6.
All right, Mindy, on the over in this one. These teams are, I don't know. They definitely play some unders when you're talking about the Senators and the Islanders. I'm not sure I can get with you on this one, Mindy. I'm actually going to come in with the dog here. I'm going to take I'm going to take the Senators on the money line in this one. Steam came in on Ottawa. That's the side I was looking at anyways, coming in. I don't know. The Islanders have kind of fallen back down again. So they've just won out of their last 10 games outright. Ottawa not doing that well either, but they are still within just a couple of games of the Islanders in the conference standings. So I'm going to take the Senators here on the road. They're 6-16 straight up as a dog, but that's going to be good enough for me in this one at plus $1.50 or more. I want Ottawa here on the money line. Mindy's on the over in the Ottawa Islanders game. Let's see what you got here in the chat. Scott says Islanders in regulation. Latifa on the Islanders here. So Evan talking about the situation with Ottawa. Jeffrey's on the Islanders here. So okay. Well, yeah, Islanders, Ottawa. Ottawa against in that Calgary game, 4-3. I don't know what Maybe I'm having flashbacks to last night, and I just was so impressed with Ottawa's comeback on me there. So yeah, they're on the back-to-back, having just played and won at home last night against Calgary. Panthers and the Blues. The Panthers on the road here, $1.25, 6.5 over 30 now. Looks like goals aplenty in St. Louis once again.
I really like the Panthers here today. They're 4-1 over their last 5, scoring 4 goals. Blues now 1-4 in their last 5 games here, scoring only 2 goals a game. Panthers, of course, ranked second in goals for. Blues are ranked 21st. I like the Panthers today. I would even consider taking them on the puck line, but my official play here will be the Panthers. It's a big one, like plus almost 200.
Strong play on the Panthers
I'd
for
like
Mindy here. Wow. Okay. I like the over strong. I think it's going to be a big over game.
I like that one too, Ramon.
I might go with the alternative universe myself in this one with the over. I might go over 7 goals. I might go over 7.5. I might go over 8 goals.
Oh, you will not.
Well, I will on this show. And Butterscotch likes the over. Latifa likes the over. Evan hopes it goes over. NBH Woo, who's joining us again. Good to see him. And well, I'll give it to him with Ottawa. I had Calgary as a premium, and I couldn't believe my eyes. The way they fell apart. Evan says the Blues are worrying him. Maybe he doesn't agree with Minnie necessarily here, but the Blues have just won 3 out of their last 10. And Latifa has a hand green crystal ball trophy yellow smiley.
It looks good, Ramon. It looks good.
Jeffrey's on the over. TJ's on the over. We're going over for me. I'm going over. And Evan says Senators on a heater. So, we're on the Panthers and the Blue. Oh, I'm going to be behind. Well, Evan, what can we do when we're all on the over? C Spill, good to see you today. Mindy's on the Panthers, though, and I'll be on the over. So we got 2 plays out of it. Let's go with the Kraken on the road at the Jets. The Jets are favored, though, of course. They're up to $1.40, maybe even $1.45 now. The Jets could be taking the action here against the Kraken, and the total is 6 over 15.
Oh, I like the under. Again, I thought that the under should have covered in that last game, but the Kraken gave up a goal there late. Both teams here 2-3 over their last 5. Both are scoring 2 goals a game. Under 6-2, Kraken's last 8, and the under 5-1, the Jets last 6 here. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take the under here today.
Yeah, I love the under in this one. That's the way I want to go. I want to get with you on this one, Mindy, Kraken, and the Jets. I mean, the Jets at home for sure. I mean, they're the kings of the under at home, aren't they? 6-19 to the under at home. Seattle, while they are mostly an under team, they kind of trend over on the road. But I think against Winnipeg, I think under's the call for me. And I may alternate universe this one. I may go under 5 goals. I don't know. We can take it under 6 here as part of the show. So Latifa looks like a lean to Winnipeg here. I don't know if those earlier comments were on this game or the previous, so I'm just going to leave it at this right now. Latifa on Winnipeg here. Seattle on the road. I want to trust them. I'm not doing anything yet with the side. But we're on the under in this one, Mindy, for our second NHL premium. Okay, the Bruins and the Stars. Need I say, this is probably the featured game of the night. With the Bruins on the road here, $1.20 in the total. It's gone down even more. It's 5.5 flat for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, it's sometimes where I want to go, but I just kind of have that basically sitting at right around that total. Don't really think I want to mess with it here today. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Bruins here. I hope they can go ahead and get back on track today. Bruins 3-1 versus the Stars here. Over the last 3 seasons, still ranked 3rd in goals for. Stars are sitting at 10th here. Bruins 13-3 in the last 16 after scoring 2 goals or less in the previous. They like to make a comeback. I'm going to take the Bruins today.
Okay, I'm gonna do it too. Seems like I'm not quite in sync with the Bruins. The few times I've taken them of late, I've been on the losing end in some of those stunners that they've had of late. Um, when they lost to Carolina. I mean, they're finally on a bit of a losing streak. Yeah, I mean they beat Toronto, but they've lost 4 out of their last 5, amazingly, right now. But I think at this price, I'm willing to try Boston here. Butterscotch is on the under here. Thank you, NBH Woo. Latifa on the under as well. TJ will just watch it. Scotch says 2-1. Feels like 2-1, doesn't it? And Jeffrey Bruins and the under. Well, Evan, let's not get carried away. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they've lost some games. And well, I think we all know something with this total. I mean, Scotch, I mean, Lena Solmark and Odinger, that just feels like an under. But let's take the Bruins. I'm going to find a way to get on the under, I'm pretty sure. All right. 3 plays in hockey. Well, it's another good game, though. The Lightning on the road here. They're up to $1.20, maybe even going to $1.25. Action coming in, it looks like, on the Lightning today. And the total, 6 under 15.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Lightning as well here. 5-0 in their last 5 versus a team with a winning record here. 2-0 as of late, scoring 4 goals a game. Avalanche 1-1, scoring 2.5 over their last 2. Again, Lightning ranked 5th in scoring on the season. Avalanche ranked 25th. I'm going to go with the Lightning here.
Well, we're hot in hockey yesterday. Let's hope we're hot today because I like the Lightning in this one. I don't mind the price the increase here. Look, the Avalanche actually started the favorite. I mean, the Lightning are taking a bunch of action. I think it might be warranted. So let's take the Lightning today against the Avalanche. And boy, $1.25. I'm a little more comfortable now at $1.20, but I'm not gonna not go against it. I like the Lightning as a premium, probably if we didn't play it here. So Butterscotch, though, Tampa Bay in regulation. I don't know. I feel, yeah. Rocco talking about the injury concerns. Here's Jeffrey wants to be on Tampa Bay. Evan maybe asking about the total. I also saw Latifa say over. I don't know if she meant this game or the previous, but maybe she meant this game. But I don't know if she did, right? TJ's showing maybe I have the total wrong. No, I'm pretty sure there's all 6s out there. Let me take a look. I don't know if they're going to find any 6.5s on this game right now. No. If we're talking about this. Evan, puck line on the light. He even likes the puck line, it sounds like, on the Lightning. Okay, Latifa, great. So let me flash that up there. Latifa over on this game. I feel like it might be the goalies in this one that tell the story. So Evan liked the win over Florida. All right, Mindy, we got it. You and I sounds, and some others. No, there's definitely support. TJ on the Lightning as well. So let's get on the Lightning here. We got another play on us. 4 plays on the ice. Let's see if we can get to a 5th. TJ on Tampa Bay. Yeah, we got you, Latifa. All right. Finally, the Penguins and the Sharks, and Tristan Yarry's back. So he's back. We knew he was on the trip. Weren't sure we were going to see him, but he's back. I think. I didn't even check to see on these goalies today. So hopefully we got the consensus a little bit right. I know we missed on a couple of them the last few days, but it's tough to come up with the probable goalies at this time, so we just do the best we can. Yeah. Pittsburgh, though, here $1.45, 6.5 over -115 at least right now. Looks like looks like the action's coming in on the over here.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you did have it at 6. Now it to 6.5.
No, I had it. I don't think I ever had it at 6. Did you
Oh,
see
okay.
sixes? I was saying it was at 6.5 flat, but now it's
Gotcha.
6.5 over minus 10 at the discount books. 6 over minus 6.5 over minus 15 at the square shops.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take a look at the over here. Sharks have scored at least 4 goals in 4 out of their last 5 games here. Penguins putting up 3 goals a game here. Over 6-1 the Penguins last 7 versus a team with a losing record, and then 4-0 in the Sharks last 4 after allowing 2 goals or less in their previous year as well. So taking the over.
All right. Mindy going to be on the over here in this one, and that you would think with these two teams, it would go over. I'm just have a little bit of concern seeing. Look, the total's moving higher, no doubt about it. I want to investigate a little further. I see Latifa on the Sharks here, puck line, but TJ on the Penguins. So, yeah, looks like Evan on the Penguins. And TJ says they go over in this one. TJ is sold on that over now. No, the numbers definitely say over. I just thought maybe, San Jose 17-6 to the over at home. Jeffrey's with Latifa on this one. I'm going to be on the look. Came through with the Sharks last time. I'm going to come through with them again. I'm taking the Sharks at home against the Penguins on the money line. I've got another big money line here. So Rocco says terrible defense at home, and he has DeSmith possibly in goal. He's thinking here. Let's see. Maybe I can get the goalies up before we go, but that's our last pick. So, Mindy on the over. I'm on San Jose money line tonight.
All right. Sounds good. Let me get some plays in here for you folks.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll go over to Tony'sPicks.com while we got a moment. Over at Tony'sPicks.com, we have our premium plays. These are absolutely our best plays every day over at Tony's Picks. Click on the handicapper leaderboards and see who's hot. You'll find Mindy and I there currently. Proud to say. And Mindy and I are on top of the 30-day leaderboards. Mindy is up 1,926 units, and I'm up 1,572 units. Why not pick us up on the 2-for-1 capper promotion? You'd be up 3,500 units over the last 30 days. And that's based on $100 base plays. You might even play higher than that. So why not pick Mindy and I up for 7 days at 149, 229, or 3 days for 149? Get all of our picks. We're high volume. You pick both of us up, you're probably going to average, I would imagine, 20 plays a day over the next 3 days or so between Mindy and I. Well, maybe be conservative a little bit, maybe 15, but that should still be well worth the price considering the streak that we've been on of late. So I want to thank everyone who was here for the show in the chat today. So appreciate everyone. Latifa here. And here come the plays. In the NBA, it was the Magic under 221 in the game against the Raptors. And we also took the Wizards. We got a little...
That's a wizard emoji.
Yeah. We have a little... we almost could use it for the Magic, too. Well, the Magic, they kind of like stars. And
Right.
Surprised they don't, I always thought they'd have like a Mickey Mouse on their jersey or something.
They probably used to, didn't they?
No, I don't know if they did.
Oh.
Thanks, Evan. Appreciate you. Greg, thank you. Great to see you today. Evan, thank you. Don't forget, use the promo code TonyT at checkout, save 20%. Thank you for keeping me on. Like and smash. What else have I forgotten to mention on today? So thank you, Jeffrey. Here comes the college basketball consensus. Take your screenshots if you need to. Illinois -3, Providence +2, Oklahoma State +2, and Michigan +1. 4 plays in college basketball today on a pretty attractive card. Curtis, good to see you today. Thank you. Scotch, thank you. And Latifah's hopes we all got that trophy yellow smiling hand green crystal ball. Take one of the hockey plays for today. It's the Hurricanes, the Kraken. There's no emoji. There's no sea monster emoji.
Right.
Of the Bruins and the Lightning. Okay, what's that? A 10-pack? 10 plays or something?
It is 10.
Wow, we'll see how you break them up. We'll see.
Yeah, we had 10 yesterday too, and on the show I said 9.
Don't
I was
forget
thinking about the 3-pack I put in, So, all right, 10. I'll remember.
If you ever miss the show, you want to make sure you get the picks. You can buy these picks now. You can watch our show, get the picks for free. We're still for the year. We're still up, but we need to pick it up right now over these last couple of days. And click on the Morning Steam under the All Cappers tab. There it is. We're up $3. We can get a coffee. We can't even get a coffee. So, NHL, though, up 15.
You would have to not get a latte. You could get a regular coffee. So you would have to probably McDonald's it, something like that.
Yeah, and it's been our NBA, to be quite frank, that's kept us down a little bit.
Yeah,
so
bummer.
let's pick it up in the NBA, because NHL, we're up 1,500 units. College basketball, we're up 800 units. NFL, we finished in the profit zone. But you can pick up these packages over there, and the commission goes to Mindy and I. So it really helps us out if you ever buy a package from us. Say you're going to miss the show, but you still want to be on with the picks. You can buy these packages and know that we benefit from it. So that's all I can say about it. I'm not begging you to do it or anything like that, but we do have these available, even though we offer them here on the show for free every day. So yeah, we'll see you in a little bit, Scotch, with game day picks. And appreciate you, Jeffrey. Well, maybe we could head over to the South Point or I'm way south, so I'm up near the South Point. I'm near the Green Valley Ranch. So, all right, Scotch. Yep, Evan's gonna skip Valentine's Day. So. All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Mindy. Great job. Great comments from the chat. Let's turn it around in NBA. You guys, come on.
That's right. Let's get more consensus wins today.
All right. Good show. Thanks a lot, everybody. Thanks for spending 90 minutes again with us here on the Morning Steam with the Midwest's premier sports handicapper, Mindy Hahn. I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.